To quote a great spiritual leader, boy, it's been quite a year. Those were the words of Reverend Patricia Bass at the 2013 annual membership meeting. Those words rang true then, just as they are ringing true for us now. The best way for me to describe this last year is that of taking a great leap. We're jumping forward, and as we reach the apex of that jump, we look around and we change direction. And here we are today. There are two words that have become my focal point in this ministry for this past year. You've heard me use them time and time again. And the words are deeper and action. On Sundays, we've talked about this. In conversations that we've had with you, we've heard you use these same words. In large groups, when we had the receptions, when we had the potlucks. In small groups, when we had the conscious conversations. In surveys that we have done. In one-on-one conversations, and even in the parking lot. The words deeper and action have come to us. You know, when Reverend Patricia retired, we moved into sort of a maintenance mode. We waited excitedly for a new leader. We made plans and we had dreams, but we decided to put them all on hold because we knew that new leader would be coming in and we would just take off. And then it happened. We had a new minister and we were excited. And we were getting ready to move into the holidays, so we focused on all the holiday services, the Thanksgiving services, the Christmas Eve services. And then we said, then we will work on bringing these plans into manifestation. So as soon as the holidays were over, we were ready to take this jump into the new year. And so we took the leap, and we were at the apex of that leap. And we looked around, and we changed direction. And the question came up, what do we do? Do we move back into the maintenance mode that we were in? Do we put our dreams on hold again? Do we stop the plans that we've been pulling together? We decided first, we heal. We grieve and we heal. And that has happened. We've gone through the healing process, and the next step was to listen for guidance. And this message that kept coming through you and through us to move deeper and to take action. So we as a ministry, as a board, as a staff, and as a congregation, made a very conscious decision not to wait for a new minister. We decided to move forward. We decided to quit talking about things and start doing things. And this would attract an amazing new minister to us. This new minister would come into a ministry that was vibrant and dynamic, powerful, that was alive and moving forward. A ministry on the move. You know, some were here maybe over a month ago when I looked out at the 11 o'clock service, and about 8 rows back, there was Reverend Mary Omwick. And I had a chance to talk to her after the service and several times since. And right after the 11 o'clock service, she came up to me and said, Bob, the energy here is amazing. Nobody would know that you're going through a time of transition, or I like to call it a time of transformation. It's unbelievable, she said, what you are doing here in this ministry, what's going on with this congregation. So a couple weeks after that, Mary asked if she could visit with me, and I figured this would be a great time when I could pick Mary's brain. So we set up an appointment in my office, and she came in, and she sat down, and I'm ready with all these questions for Mary, and she said, Bob, I want to pick your brain. What you're doing here is so right, and I am so excited about what's going on around here. And Mary said, you know, I've taken a year off, and I'm ready to go back out, and I'm going to be working with ministries all over the country. I'm working with ministerial regions, and I want you to share some of the stuff that you're doing so I can share it with all the ministries with whom I am working. And so we talked, and we shared ideas. And then other ministers had come to me. It was the Unity Convention, and other ministers came up to me, and they were either here on that Sunday before the convention, or they were watching us online or listening to us online. And they said, you know, it's incredible what's going on there at Unity Church of Overland Park. It's just amazing what you guys are doing. And I just sort of looked at them, and I just shrugged my shoulders, and I said, this is Unity Church of Overland Park. This is what we do. So here we are. We're taking action. We have resumes coming in. Soon we'll be trying out candidates. Some of the actions we're taking, we're starting a legacy list. We're starting a list of those people who have been important to this ministry throughout the years. We've got our founders. We've got those who came after the founders. And we just want this list of people so that we can call them and we can say, how may we support you? What can we do for you? And that list is being formed. We're taking action right now. New groups are forming. We have these small groups of 10 to 12 people that are being formed around themes. These groups are meeting monthly or twice a month, and we're getting groups such as an entrepreneurs group, a prosperity group, a moms group, a cooking group, a Bible study group, an Enneagram group. We're looking at groups such as maybe we'll start a photography group where you'll come together once a month and go to places like Unity Village and you'll take pictures and come back and talk about them. We're looking at maybe having a golfing group where you try a different course every month, or a quilting group or a sewing group. But it's a group where we will integrate the 5 Unity teachings. We'll weave them together into a tapestry so that people's lives can truly be changed. So we pray. We go deeper. And we move our feet. We take action. And so that brings us to the elephant in the room. You know, you've heard it said that unity never asks for money. And I say unto you, bull hockey. That's one of the swear words a minister can use now, along with piffle. I want to share with you some quotes from our founders, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore. This was in Unity Magazine, June 1905, where they wrote, "Now the time has come for to ask in a larger way. We want $100,000, and that's the equivalent of $6 million today. We want $100,000 to carry forward plans connected with the Unity Society work. And we expect generous people everywhere who have the good of their fellow men at heart to send it to us gladly. Now open your hearts and your purses." And then in 1910 they wrote, "Every society has expenses to meet, even when it owns the building. Unity Society is in like necessity. Light, heat, janitor service, music, repair bills must be met. The janitor alone must have $5 a week." I wonder what would happen if our janitors, if our facilities people, if I said we'd pay them $5 a week. "The janitor alone must have $5 a week. Envelope collections are not quite up to the mark. Let us look within to remedy the shortage." Unity Village has had campaigns to raise money. They raised $17 million to build the Silent Unity building and to renovate Unity Institute. They raised money for the renovation of the Unity Tower. They had fundraising just to meet their operational expenses. Unity Church of Overland Park needs your financial help. This has not been a good year for us financially. And I do want to stop and just take the time to thank those of you who have continued to support us financially, who have made the commitment to allow us to move forward. We do thank you, and we're able to do some of the things we are doing because of you. But still, we have moved deep into our reserves. We've made deep cuts. You know, I've heard all the reasons for our current financial situation. I've heard people say, well, we had a tough winter. Well, Bob, we've had 2 senior ministers leave within months of each other. These are true. But we're bigger than that. So I'm going to ask for money. I know that God is the source of our good. I know it, and I claim it. We are open to all channels of God's good, both those known and unknown. As a congregation, you have asked us for transparency. And this is as transparent as we can possibly get. I am looking for immediate cash. I want to make up for the deficits and build up our reserves. I'm also looking for ongoing commitments to meet our monthly expenditures. In running the numbers, and right now our attendance is starting to go up, and we're running about 420 people on a Sunday. In running the numbers, if 400 people gave just $16 more a month, we would have been in the black this last fiscal year. And I know some of you are going to give more and some of you are going to get less. Friends, this ministry deserves to be abundant. And I declare that abundance now before you and before God. I say to the membership, I say to the congregation, I say to the board and the staff and the ministers, let's get this operation in the black. Let's build up our reserves. This ministry is upward and progressive, just like the movement of spirit. Our time is now, not when we have a new minister, but right now. And so to all, to Mary Omwake, to the other ministers who said, what an amazing job you're doing at Unity Church of Overland Park, I say to you, you ain't seen nothing yet. Thank you for sharing this time with us. If you'd like to make a donation to Unity Church of Overland Park, it's very easy. Just go to the link that appears below this message. We know that God is the source of our good, and we give thanks that you are an expression of God, and we give thanks for your support of Unity Church of Overland Park. We just see you abundantly blessed. We see blessings coming to you that you can't even begin to imagine. So thank you for your gifts, and let's give them heaven today.